Words can't describe what I'm going through right now. These two guys up here, Tom DeLoach for believing in me and giving me an opportunity, Chad Kendrick for sticking with me when neither one of us knew that our future, what would happen. And Chip Lofton with strutmasters.com and Mike Smith and Clay Campbell. I can't say enough about these guys for the show that they put on, not only for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series here at Martinsville Speedway, but the Bailey's 300, also late model stock race. It's been bittersweet, a long time coming, and this one's for my dad.
I'm thrilled with these guys. It was a real pleasure for me to get to know Timothy, get to see the passion and the drive in this guy. Many of you don't know, Timothy comes down to our shop every day. Timothy is there in the shop every day working on his truck and TJ's truck. You don't see that in drivers today. You tell me any other driver that's going into any shop and participating with the guys building those trucks. It doesn't exist. And that's what's so special about this guy. He can get out there, he can get up on the wheel, he can race hard, but he's one of the team. And you keep saying there's no I in team. Well, there's a little bit of me in team. And Timothy is the me in that team.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's exciting to see to come every week out of the truck and have a fast race car. We've been doing it for a while now, and it's kind of funny. I don't know where that extra pace came from when the chase started. I thought we had a great races and great race cars, and right before the chase we had good race cars. But when the chase started, everybody, the pit stop and all the pit stop crew stepped that up. We stepped that up. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it went well for us. We Times had a really fast car and the best car. The last run or two at the end, the 11 had their stuff right. I was just a little too loose to do anything with them. Over the long haul, we were probably the second best car last 2 or 3 stops and finished where we should have. So I'm happy with that. Was nervous with those restarts at the end. Hoped that I might have a chance to get by Denny, but at the same time, being stuck in that outside lane, there was so much to lose. I was really nervous about just getting to the bottom and protecting the position I was in. So, all in all, a good day, and wish we could have won, but we just didn't have anything for the 11 on that last run. It's done in a lot of different ways. At the end of the day, it really means just focusing on what we need to do, and we've all been there before, if it's been in a sport or mainly sports, I guess, would be the best example, where you're doing well, you're in a rhythm, things are great, you get a little confident, and you lose it. Whatever it is, if you're shooting hoops, if you're swinging a golf club, it's just gone. And I've learned over time in the race car that same thing can happen. And I need to just worry about doing my job and not let the emotions affect my effort and my focus. And that could be negative thoughts, it could be good thoughts. And you just gotta stay focused on your little world, or I stay focused on my world, and that's it. And I encourage my guys to do the same. And if it's a tire changer, all he needs to be thinking about is 5 lug nuts off, 5 lug nuts on. Run to the other side, 5 off, 5 on. Jackman needs to think of his steps, where he's placing the jack, run around, do the same. So that's kind of what I mean by it, is for us to all stay, in our worlds and focused on our jobs that we need to go out and execute.
Yeah, no, this track for me is one of my favorites. Just kind of coming to these races over the years, late model races, and then the Cup stuff here. I know Denny kind of feels the same way, so it's got a special place for me. And just to be able to come out here and it's just got a lot of character. It's never an easy track to get a hold of, and the races are always kind of action packed, in a lot of different ways. So for us, it was a big deal, and for FedEx, and it's special. Hopefully, get some momentum for our guys that really need it, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was definitely good. It seems like our cars just took a little while to come in. At the beginning of the race, just kind of pacing ourselves and trying to wait and see how things were going to go. And we kept bouncing between, it seemed like 5th and 12th or so. But once we got that track position, Our cars just kind of took off, it seemed like, and I'd push it a little bit more, and was able to get a little bit more out of the race car, which usually that's not the case. And obviously, when you can step it up like that and gain a little bit of lap time, that's going to help you at the end, and I think that's what helped us. Everywhere we go from here on out, I mean, we don't have any weak spots anymore in our race team, and I feel like that's how I figured I could say that I knew we were going to win another race regardless. Even last week after our troubles, I said it doesn't matter. We're going to win another race because every single week, whether it be a super speedway, a short track, or intermediate, we can win. And obviously, when you put yourself in position like we have over the last few weeks, you're going to win races. And it's just great to have that feeling, able to go to a racetrack and know that you can win no matter what type of racetrack that you're on. So I just had a lot of confidence in the team, and I knew if we just got past a few hurdles here and there, had some good stops at the end of the races, then we would win. And obviously it came true.
This is NASCAR Newscast. Denny Hamlin scored a popular home state win on Sunday when he took the checkered flag in the Tums Fast Relief 500 at Martinsville Speedway. It was the Virginia driver's second career win at the half-mile track, and he was able to hold off six-time Martinsville winner Jimmie Johnson to the finish line in a green-white checkered finish.
The Commonwealth of Virginia cheers home its native son. Here comes Hamlin from the line with Andretti pulling up off the wall. Andretti right in the middle of the racetrack. The field comes storming by. Denny Hamlin may be out of the championship race, but he's not out of the winning business. He takes the victory today here at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia.
It seems like our car just took a little while to come in. At the beginning of the race, just kind of pacing ourselves and trying to wait and see how things were going to go. And we kept bouncing between, it seemed like 5th and 12th or so. But once we got that track position, our car just kind of took off.
Hamlin led 206 laps on his way to his 7th career Sprint Cup Series victory. Johnson notched the runner-up finish and was able to extend his lead in the chase for the Sprint Cup standings with 4 races to go.
Yeah, it went well for us. We Times had a really fast car and the best car. The last run or two at the end, the 11 had their stuff right. I was just a little too loose to do anything with them. Over the long haul, we were probably the second best car last 2 or 3 stops and finished where we should have.
Juan Pablo Montoya, who led 37 laps on Sunday, finished 3rd with Kyle Busch and Jeff Gordon rounding out the top 5. Johnson's lead in the Sprint Cup Series standings is now 118 over Mark Martin, who finished 8th on Sunday, with Gordon 150 behind, and Tony Stewart and Montoya rounding out the top 5 as the series heads to Talladega Superspeedway next Sunday afternoon for the Amp Energy 500. This is NASCAR Newscast.